But who was there after me was stunning. Let's get there. Let's get into the dry coochie juice.
Let's ask this question for a chat. So you conceived in March? No. I had in April. I got in April 5th. That's when I conceived. The 5th.
Listen, I don't listen to nobody she say. If it didn't come out of his mouth, I don't believe it. Like I said, how long has it been since I told this nigga I was pregnant? If I'm lying, then he just think I'm lying. I'm just gonna be pregnant while he think I'm lying.
Yo, Carlissa Saffold put hands on her son's pregnant girlfriend at his own welcome home party the night he walked out of prison. Let that sink in for a second, gang. This man did his time, came home, threw a celebration, and his own mama turned the whole thing into a scene. We got video of Nevaeh Akira screaming, "That bitch pushed me," while Blueface, Whack 100, and a whole crowd of people scrambled to separate his mother from the woman who is now carrying his 4th child. This ain't rumor. This ain't Twitter speculation. This is documented, on camera, with witnesses, and it's only the beginning of a war that is still going on right now as you're watching this video. And here's what really got the internet losing its mind. Carlissa didn't stop at that one push. She took it to Instagram, then she took it to her stories, then she called her son a washed-up rapper. Then she called Nevaeh a 304. Then she called her a surrogate incubator. Then she threatened to expose Nevaeh so badly, and I'm quoting her directly here, that she said, "I'll embarrass you so bad you won't want that baby either." This woman said she'd make a pregnant girl not want her own baby. Y'all need to hear this entire story from the jump because the media has been chopping it up and feeding y'all pieces. I'm about to lay it all out. The physical altercation, the social media war, the threats, the blocks, the gender reveal drama, the April 2026 meltdown. All of it. Every receipt, every quote, every move, in order. Because there is a pattern here that nobody is connecting. And when I lay it out for you, you're gonna see that Carlissa has been going after every single woman in Blueface's life like it's her job. And now that one of those women is pregnant with her grandchild, she took it to a whole different level. And let's get into it. Before we get into all the craziness, let me give you the foundation real quick because some of y'all might just be tuning into this Blueface world for the first time. No judgment. Let me break it down. Blueface, real name Jonathan Jamal Porter, is a Los Angeles rapper, probably best known for his 2019 hit Thoshiana. He got famous not just for music, but for being genuinely one of the most chaotic celebrities on the internet. His personal life has been a running reality show for years, way before he ever signed a Zeus Network deal. The man had kids with 2 women, Jaden Alexis, his longest-standing baby mama who he's known for over a decade and shares 2 kids with, Javon and Journey, and then Chrissy and Rock, who he had a very public, very turbulent relationship with that the whole internet watched unfold. Their son, Chrissy Jr., was born in 2023. Then Blueface caught a case. In November 2023, he was arrested on felony charges in Las Vegas connected to a shooting.
A rapper who goes by the name of Blueface appeared in court this morning. Police arrested Jonathan Jamal Porter yesterday at Lolo's Chicken and Waffles at the Hughes Center near Flamingo. A warrant was out for his arrest following a shooting that happened last month near Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset.
He ended up serving time, and by late 2025, he was finally released from prison. That release should have been a fresh start. Walk out, breathe the air, get your life together, see your kids, build something. That is not what happened. And now, his mother. Carlissa Saffold Harvey is not your typical celebrity parent who sits in the background clapping proudly. She has a following of her own. She goes live, she posts, she comments on everything. She has opinions about every single woman her son dates, and she has never once in her life bit her tongue about any of it. She's been vocal about Jaden. She's been vocal about Chrissy and Rock. She clashed with both of them publicly. So by the time Nevaeh Akira entered the picture, Carlissa already had a well-established track record of inserting herself into Blueface's relationships. And Nevaeh Akira? She's a young woman, 24 years old, who started seeing Blueface almost immediately after he got out of prison in late November 2025. She tattooed his government name under her chin. She was riding hard for him publicly from day one. She confirmed their relationship, she went on his streams, she was by his side. Now, as of early 2026, she is pregnant with his 4th child, a baby boy they've announced they plan to name Solar Porter. 3 generations of one of the messiest families in hip-hop. Now you know everybody, let's talk about what went down. Blueface walked out of prison, and within days, not weeks, days, Neve was already linked to him publicly. He cut off a woman named Hazel E., who he'd been briefly dating, telling her she was too old to be acting this young. She fired back on social media. That was drama level 1. By December 2nd, 2025, just days after his release, there was a welcome home party in Los Angeles, co-hosted by the popular live streamer N3On. Big crowd, good energy. People were celebrating the homie coming home. But here's where it gets crazy. Carlissa was at the party, Neve was at the party, and according to video footage that circulated from the event and was confirmed by XXL magazine, Neve approached Carlissa and Carlissa turned around and pushed her. Not nudged, pushed, and Neve tried to swing back before Blueface himself, alongside Whack 100 and others in the crowd, rushed in to separate them. Nevaeh's voice is heard clearly in the footage. She yelled, "That bitch pushed me." This happened at Blueface's welcome home party. The man couldn't even celebrate being a free person without his mama and his girl getting into a physical altercation. Now, after the video spread and the internet went crazy, Carlissa hit social media with her version. She wrote, "Now when y'all all what really happened, don't apologize to me." She later tried to soften it, saying Neve had fallen into her from the back and that she didn't even know who was grabbing her. She claimed it was a misunderstanding and that after everything settled down, they actually had a great night. She even wrote, "I actually like Vanessa Williams," using what appeared to be a reference to Neve. Said they had a relationship while Blue was in jail. Said everyone needed to stop assuming. So publicly, she tried to frame it as miscommunication. The incident was explained away, squashed, done. Except it wasn't done. Not even close. Even after the party incident supposedly got resolved, Carlissa couldn't stop herself. When Nevaeh went and got Blueface's government name tattooed under her chin, a real deep level of commitment, riding for your man type shit, the internet noticed that the name was misspelled. And Carlissa, she jumped on social media to correct it, quoting the Bible and pointing out how to spell her son's name properly. She couldn't just let it go. She had to insert herself even in a moment that had nothing to do with her. Then in mid-December 2025, something else started circulating. An Instagram story from Nevaeh appeared to show a pregnancy test in the background of a mirror selfie. Nothing was confirmed yet. It was just a test visible in a reflection. But the internet ran with it. Comment sections went insane. And guess who entered those comment sections and added fuel to the fire? Carlissa Saffold. She went into the comments with one of the messiest takes she could have dropped. "He ain't been out 60 days. Why would a woman want this before you even get off parole? He thinks it's because she loves him." Read that again. His own mother planted the seed publicly that Neve might be trying to trap her son. She insinuated that getting pregnant this fast after his release couldn't be genuine love. She put that into the internet's hands, and the internet ran with it. Comments started flying about DNA tests, about the baby possibly not being Blueface's, about Neve having an agenda. Carlissa didn't protect her son from that narrative. She co-signed it. She created it. By February 22nd, 2026, everything became official. Blueface and Nevaeh went live on Twitch and confirmed the pregnancy. He said he was focused on one thing: a great healthy pregnancy, a great healthy baby. He said Nevaeh would not be in the club, not drinking, not smoking, nothing like that for 9 months. He looked locked in. People thought he was taking shots at Chrisean Rock with that statement, given the very public drama that surrounded her pregnancy. And the internet went crazy debating it. Carlissa even had to weigh in on that, writing about how Blueface is suffering from not being able to see his son with Chrisean, that he was in denial, that people online had encouraged the unhealthy behavior during that pregnancy. Carlissa was spreading herself thin, commenting on every layer of this at once. But as for Neve's pregnancy specifically, right when it was announced, Carlissa actually showed what seemed like genuine support. She posted, "Kids are a blessing. If he's happy, I'm happy. Congratulations to them both, and may God bless the baby." She also posted that she already knew it was a girl coming. She seemed in that moment to be playing the supportive grandmother role. The streets knew better. The peace wasn't going to last. Within days, the gender reveal happened. Blueface and Nevaeh revealed they're having a baby boy. They plan to name him Solar Porter.
Yes!
Solar!
Solar Porter is on the way, y'all.
And Carlissa, instead of just congratulating them clean, went online and wrote about how Nevaeh grabbed Blueface like she hit the jackpot. She was mocking the girl's reaction to her own gender reveal. She said she wasn't mad, but the sarcasm was dripping. Neve blocked her. Carlissa then went online to complain about being blocked, writing, "Well, I'm blocked in the first trimester. This why people shouldn't have babies with strangers." She got shaded at a gender reveal and turned around and complained about being blocked. But here's the thing, fam. That block? That was Nevi drawing a clear line. She wasn't about to let the negativity into her space during her pregnancy. She went on her own Instagram story and wrote, "For those trying to bring negativity to my life, I wish y'all endless blessings. I'm overly blessed, no hatred in my heart, happy with my little family." She said she was going to ghost and just enjoy her boys. She even reposted a quote that said, "No weirdo energy will prosper against me." She was talking about Carlissa, and she was doing it peacefully. She didn't escalate. She didn't clap back with nastiness. She protected her energy and her unborn child and stepped back. But Carlissa wasn't done. Here's where it gets really crazy. Fast forward to April 2026. Blueface is in his full streaming era, going live constantly with Nevi. During one of those sessions, Carlissa called into the stream and asked Blueface to post and support her book. Blue asked her on the stream whether she supported his relationship, and she said she did. He then asked her to apologize to Neve on stream.
What? Are you supporting me and my baby mama or not?
Jonathan, if I wasn't supporting your baby.
She pushed back, saying they'd already apologized to each other. He said he wanted her to apologize to him. She reminded him she'd already done that 60 episodes ago. He told her to do it again. She fired back, asking if he was going to apologize for allegedly betting Christian Rock to fight her, referring back to a past accusation. And Blueface clapped right back at her, saying she should have fought better. The call got heated. It went left. And then it got worse after the stream ended, because Nevi, watching all this go down, made her own comments during the stream. She said it was all love. She said she wouldn't disrespect Carlissa, wouldn't call her out her name, wouldn't speak down on her, wouldn't call her an old hoe, wouldn't twerk at an older age, and wouldn't have 3 baby daddies. That last part, that was a dig. A clear, pointed, calculated dig at Carlissa's personal life. And Neve said it while carrying Carlissa's grandchild. Carlissa went online and unleashed. She called Nevi a 304. She called her a surrogate incubator. She called her an ass reject albino. She wrote, "Jonathan, you ain't allowed to fraternize with criminals. Get rid of that 304. Then she added, "I got baby daddies and never disrespected one of their mothers, and I married one." She wasn't finished. On April 8th, 2026, just days after the stream, Carlissa posted again. This time she took a nuclear approach, writing about her own son. "My son is a washed-up rapper with a group of dirty pennies for BMs, and nobody gives a fuck on how you feel about me. I'll buy another son." She called Nevi's supporters trailer park trash groupies. She told anyone listening not to disrespect her, saying, "If you sit up with a groupie and try to call me a 304, I'm coming to take what's left." And then came the most jaw-dropping post of this entire saga. Carlissa wrote, "Say something else to disrespect me and I'm posting swole about that 304 that's gonna make the last one look like a saint. I'll embarrass you so bad you won't want that baby either. Try me." She threatened to post information damaging enough that a pregnant woman might not want her own baby anymore. Let me say that one more time. This woman, the grandmother of the unborn child, threatened to embarrass the mother so badly that she might not want her baby. During the pregnancy, when people in the comments asked what started the whole thing, Carlissa said Blueface was just showing off for a rat per usual. She called the mother of her grandchild a rat while she's pregnant. The internet split completely in half over all of this. Some people rode hard for Carlissa, saying she had every right to check a woman who was in her son's face talking about baby daddies and making digs. Mama bear energy, some said. She was just protecting her son. Some felt like Nevi provoked her on that stream and was wrong for bringing up Carlissa's personal life. But a whole lot of people, and I'm talking a significant portion of the comment section, said what needed to be said. Carlissa is the common denominator. She went through this with Jiden. She went through this with Chrissy and Rock. She is now going through it with Neve. Every woman Blueface brings in, Carlissa finds a way to make it public, messy, and hostile. And remember, this started with a physical push at a party. Before the pregnancy was even confirmed, the opposition to Nevi wasn't new. It wasn't triggered by the stream comments. It started the very first night Nevi showed up in Blueface's life. Blueface's own response earlier in December 2025, shortly after the welcome home party fight, was one of the wildest things he's ever posted. And this man has posted a lot of wild things. He went on X and wrote directly to his mother, "Mom, we could never have sex. I'm not into that. Please stop being so invested in the women I'm laying down with. It's kind of weird, like you jealous or some. We can never lay down together, you not my type." He followed it up by saying, Anytime you guys see my mom targeting my lady friends, please let her know this is what your son is talking about, because I don't get the correlation. I just want her to stop sabotaging my relationships. This man told his mother he doesn't want to have sex with her because she kept interfering in his romantic life. That tweet alone tells you everything you need to know about how far this dysfunction has gone. It shouldn't have ever gotten to a place where a grown man felt the need to clarify that to his own mother publicly, but that's where they are. Then there's the additional layer nobody is talking about enough. While all of this is going on, while Neve is pregnant, while Carlissa is threatening to expose her, while the internet is debating, a separate woman named Rella Coleman surfaced in late April 2026 claiming she is also pregnant by Blueface. She posted what appears to be a positive pregnancy test with a due date of December 2026 and alleged text messages with the rapper from earlier that month. Blueface went live and appeared to respond to it. In Carlissa's response to that situation, she went into the comments and wrote, "Now we know the font fit the profile type, but I'll take all that babies that pass the DNA test." She's already pre-approving other potential pregnancies, as long as they pass a DNA test, while simultaneously threatening to destroy Neve, the woman who is confirmed to be carrying her son's child and has the man's name tattooed on her face. The inconsistency is staggering, gang. Y'all need to step back and look at the full picture, because this isn't just celebrity drama for the timeline. There are some real patterns in this situation that reflect something much deeper. First, what Carlissa is doing is textbook relational interference. Every single woman who comes into Blueface's orbit, she positions herself against. The question nobody is asking loud enough is why. Is it protection? Maybe some of it. The man just came out of prison. He's on parole. He's got 3 kids already. A fast pregnancy from a new girlfriend objectively comes with real questions. A mother having concerns isn't crazy, but there is a way to handle those concerns privately. And then there is what Carlissa does, which is broadcast every single thought to the internet and escalate it into conflict. A woman carrying your grandchild does not need to see you calling her a surrogate incubator. A pregnant woman does not need to read threats about being embarrassed so badly she won't want her baby. That goes beyond protection. That crosses into something that is genuinely harmful. Second, Blueface's entire world is lived publicly by design. He streams, he posts, he invites his family, his relationships, his drama into the internet space on purpose because it generates attention, and that attention is part of his brand now. The problem with that is, it means Carlissa has a stage. It means every disagreement gets amplified. The chaos isn't accidental, it's almost baked in. Third, Neve's approach in this whole thing has been notably different from how Christian Rock operated. She's not matching energy, she's not going live and crying, she's blocking, making peace statements, and saying she's going to ghost and protect her pregnancy. Whether that lasts or not remains to be seen. But the contrast is significant. She's responding like someone who knows her peace is worth protecting. And fourth, the real victim in all of this, the one nobody is talking about, is the baby that hasn't even arrived yet, Solar Porter. He's going to come into a world where his grandmother publicly called his mother a criminal, a 304, a surrogate incubator, and threatened to destroy her before he was even born. His parents have a relationship that started with a physical altercation at a party. His father has 3 other children from 2 other women, and a potentially 4th woman claiming pregnancy. This child enters a situation that is already chaotic before he takes his first breath. As of right now, April 2026, here's where all the pieces sit. Neve Akira is pregnant going into the later stages of her pregnancy, has blocked Carlissa, and is publicly choosing peace while staying by Blueface's side. But let's keep it a buck. Choosing peace on the surface doesn't mean the damage isn't being done. This girl is carrying a child while reading posts from her baby father's mother calling her a 304, a surrogate incubator, and threatening to expose her. That stress doesn't disappear because you post a positive caption. That weight is real, and no amount of "no weirdo energy will prosper against me" quotes changes the fact that she is in the middle of a war she didn't fully start. Carlissa Saffold is still posting, still loud, has threatened to expose Neve, has called her son washed up, has questioned every woman in his life, and has so far not backed down from anything she's said. But here's what people keep missing about Carlissa. She's not stupid, she's calculated. She knows exactly what she's doing when she goes online. She knows the audience. She knows what gets clicks. She's built her own following off this chaos. So the question isn't whether she's going to back down. The question is whether anyone in that family is ever going to have a hard enough conversation behind closed doors to actually change the dynamic. Because every time it looks like things settle, something triggers another explosion. Blueface is in his streaming era, navigating his relationship publicly, trying to present the image of a focused father-to-be while simultaneously being surrounded by 3 baby mamas, a 4th potential pregnancy claim from another woman. LAPD shutting down a party he was at in Tarzana in early April 2026, and his own mother going to war with his pregnant girlfriend on the internet. And you want to know what the craziest part of Blueface's situation is? He is the common thread through every single piece of this. His choices put all of these people in the same orbit. His decisions to live stream everything, to involve his mother, to move the way he moves, that's the engine keeping this machine running. He's not just a bystander in the chaos. He's the architect. This situation is not resolved. This situation is ongoing. And the wildest part? This is all happening while a child is on the way. Every post Carlissa makes, every threat she drops, every shade she throws, all of it lives on the internet permanently. Solar Porter is going to grow up and be able to pull up everything his grandmother said about his mother while she was pregnant with him. He's going to be able to watch the clips of the welcome home party fight. He's going to be able to read every 304 post, every surrogate incubator comment, every threat Carlissa made before he even took his first breath. That's the world this child is being born into. And what's wild is that nobody in this situation seems to be thinking about that. Not publicly anyway. It's all about who's right, who disrespected who first, who owes who an apology. The baby is almost a background detail in a story that should be centered around him. The question people need to sit with is this: at what point does the public performance of family dysfunction become something that actually harms the next generation? Blueface grew up in chaos that eventually became his content. Is Solar about to grow up in a version of that same cycle? Because if nobody in this family makes a real change, not a social media peace post, not a "we squashed it" story, but an actual change in how they operate, then this child is inheriting every bit of this mess. Real, recognized, real gang. And what's real right now is that this ain't just drama. This is a family in crisis, playing it out in front of millions. And nobody involved seems ready to step off the stage. Drop in the comments what you think. Was Carlissa protecting her son, or did she go way too far threatening a pregnant woman? And did Nevi provoke it by coming at her on the live stream, or was she just defending herself? I want to hear from y'all.